Hi guys, Bomber here. Welcome back to the channel. And before we start, a huge thank you to all of my Patreons. If you want to join them and start supporting me, the link to my Patreon is in the description and the comment pinned down below. And with that said, let's jump into the video. So yeah guys, we are here with quite a new type of video. Basically this is a commentary of a game that I had previously. So this is, my voice is off the recording of the game. And yeah, the deck we are playing is HEIMERDINGER Go Hard Mill deck. Which I already brought it to the channel. By the way, yeah, the early game is pretty like unimportant, nothing really to comment here. But it is a deck that I already played and brought in the channel, and I thought that it is not really meta. But I really think that this has some really nice applications as a deck for a lineup for tournaments instead. Because really, if our opponent plays any control deck at all, really, except for Go Hard, that mirror match basically, but yeah, any other type of deck really suffers a lot against this deck, and we are seeing it against Deep, probably not the best match to, but yeah, for example, this is an hard counter, really, because we want to mill him, and he is milling himself, so very, very strong. So yeah, he goes for a 4-4, which is quite threatening. Luckily enough, we have the champ blocker, so we don't really take damage. And you will see that in this game, he will never have a chance to get in, because we also have HEIMERDINGER, which is both an offensive tool, as we will see later on, but it is such an insane defensive tool. With all those cheap spells that we have, and we constantly continue getting thanks to X-Core Foundry, we really will never end up with a empty board. And if he doesn't have Fearsome or Overwhelm, like he does, he really can't get in at all. So this is not really a Go Hard deck, like a matchup where we need to go for Go Hard, because if we will start to summon units, they will have more than 5 health, so we don't really have this huge board wipe. And that's why I instead kept in the opener double Ruination. Because really, you have always to have an answer against his Nautilus, so yeah, double Ruination, Vengeance. It doesn't run Maokai, so, but yeah, even if you run Maokai, for example, like, yeah, right, really guys, this deck completely counters Deep, because we have the Go Hard Infinite. We just have to keep one Go Hard after the Maokai, and we really can't run out of cards. But yeah, he's not running Maokai, so that's not as important. So yeah, we generate this Fearsome, which is, you know, kind of strong against his non-Fearsome blocker, so we can go for it. And yeah, here we pass because we don't have really another play. Even like, I don't know, Trundle, Aurelion Soul, Leona, Aurelion Soul, all those control decks really suffer a lot against this deck. Because really you have a lot of board wipes, and you generate a lot of value, probably more than they do, and you have multiple win conditions. So you have HEIMERDINGER, you have pure value granted from Chief Machinist Heavy, you have the Puff Cups from the Puff Cup Peddler, that's the name, and then yeah, like you have also the mill strategy. Like if everything else fails, you have your opponent on a time clock, basically on a clock. So yeah, here he is milling himself a lot. Which again, it's pretty counterintuitive. Like he probably doesn't get it that we are trying to mill him, but you know, he's trying to go for his plan, so really can't blame him. So yeah, we are trying to remove the Toad, because in this way he will go deep, and again, because we want really to mill him, so whenever he goes deep, whenever he tosses, we are happy. And also we are generating the turrets to have a wider board and possibly get a nice attack in. So yeah, he's already down to 15 cards. Like here, he has a clock of 7 turns. In 7 turns, he's dying off of the mill. So yeah, here was kind of a misplay because I had, like I didn't count that with the 3 more cards from the progress day, I would not have gotten the 8-8 because the hand was full. But yeah, like, even with this misplay, which is kinda huge, because having an 8-8 this early on is kinda strong, still didn't really matter, because we have such a strong plan here. So we don't really care. So yeah, probably the worst outcome of these, you know, the landmark, can't remember the name. Okay, another Heimerdinger. Now this is kind of threatening, and unfortunately, like, I didn't spare mana for a Ruination, which was also kind of a misplay, because imagine if he went for a Nautilus. That was pretty strong. We had one Fearsome blocker, which is the 3-1, but yeah, luckily enough, we have a Vengeance so that we can remove the Fearsome generator. Even if we couldn't block those two, like, that was not really such a problem. We are still at 20 health. So yeah, we create this pretty big turret, and Heimerdinger levels up. Not really that leveling up Heimerdinger matters, because really, like, leveling up Heimerdinger is just a matter of he can't be removed by Noxian Fervor and get excited anymore, and his turrets can't be removed by pings. That's really it. Otherwise, you don't really care about that one more stat all that much. So now we see that here we go for a quite interesting thing. We want to remove his blockers with the challengers, so that we can get the 7-1 in, if he doesn't have a Vile Feast or whatever. So we can remove the 1-1, which we're gonna do in just a second. Yeah, with that Ray MK2, sorry. And yeah, then afterwards, the Charmogenic Beams will have 0 mana, so that we can create other challengers. And here I went for quite a BM, because I played both of them, probably because I was also trying to remove cards from my hand, because really at a certain point you have to consider that also your hand, you can start burning cards because you have a too full hand, you know. And since we have also a Progress Day in hand, which I probably was thinking of casting the turn afterwards, so I went for basically dumping my whole hand onto the board. But yeah, we really just needed 2 challengers, and then afterwards we could push 12 damage. And again, guys, this is only like a secondary plan, because really, if everything fails, there is the mill at the end. So like the puff caps, the damage that you're doing with Heimerdinger, the go hard, like really, it's all secondary to the mill plan, and it's all a distraction for your opponent that he has to think about other stuff while the mill is still going on. So yeah, we see here, this was, by the way, a Prime Glory victory, so we are gonna see it in just a moment. This deck is really, really strong against Anivia, Zombie, stuff like that. Really, really strong. Definitely try it out. And yeah, we see the Prime Glory, and that's it for this game. So yeah, guys, that's it. If you enjoyed the video and want more content like this, please consider subscribing to the channel. Also, turn on the notifications, otherwise YouTube won't notify you of my content. Also, enter my stream so that you can interact with me live, as well as entering the Discord server so that you can interact and stay in touch with this amazing community that we are building. All the links that I just said are down below in the pinned comment and in the description, as well as also Twitter and Instagram. So that's it for this video. Hope you liked it and find it useful, and as always, see ya!